Every year, millions of children will wake up on Christmas Day to find their stockings stuffed and presents underneath their tree. But where do these presents come from? What if everything you thought you knew about Santa was wrong?
He knows if you've been bad or good. It's the ultimate control.
Now, we're talking velocities that no human could withstand.
If you eat that many cookies in one night, you're a dead man flying.
We've assembled a team of the foremost experts across a wide range of various fields to finally answer the age-old question, is Santa real?
This whole Santa Claus idea is completely economically unsustainable.
Economist Gavin Mayer has dedicated his life to the business of making money.
Santa Claus is dealing in balls, Furby dolls, Apple iPods, even motor vehicles. We're talking about everything from small mass-produced toys to high-end luxury products, and everything in between. As a business model, that makes zero sense. To sustain that degree of vertical integration would be impossible, not to mention highly illegal.
For intellectual property lawyer Davina Shade, the issue is personal.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. I opened up my present from Santa and there was this equestrian Barbie in its original packaging. I didn't realise it then, but Barbie's a registered trademark. So it can't be distributed or manufactured by anyone but Mattel. So something doesn't add up.
One of my clients is DHL, world's leading logistics company. They can deliver something from one point of the globe to another within 48 hours. Santa Claus, delivering millions of products across the globe for 300 years, smashing those numbers. So why isn't the CEO of every logistics company an elf?
Scientist Dr. Karl Kruszelnicki doubts not only the existence of elves, but also the presence of any North Pole workshop.
It would have to be the world's largest and most advanced manufacturing plant ever built, and in the harshest, most unforgiving conditions known to humanity.
We spent 2 months up there on an expedition in '92. It's unbearable. It freezes your face off.
You see, the North Pole lies amidst waters that are almost permanently covered with constantly shifting sea ice. So even if you could somehow manage to build a facility at the North Pole, by the time you finished it, it wouldn't be there anymore.
If Santa Claus has no fixed address, how can he receive all those letters from children? How does he keep tabs on who's been naughty and who's been nice?
His information penetration would have to be more effective than the CIA, the KGB, and the Guanbu put together.
It's about control. It's Monsanto, it's Big Pharma, it's the media, the government. They're keeping you in line, distracting you from the truth while they're systematically chipping away at your civil liberties.
Personally, I find it problematic, if not insulting, that this Santa character can claim to be an authority on naughty and nice when the very notion is subjective. Stoning an adulterer can be seen as nice in one particular cultural context, or going to war to fight and kill can be seen as nice or honourable in another. It's a slippery concept.
But if Santa Claus is to pass judgment on our actions, surely he himself would live by the highest of ethical codes.
There is an undeniably strong correlation between the socioeconomic status of the child's family and the market value of the presents they receive. If Santa exists, he's discriminating according to the financial, geopolitical, and religious status of any given child.
Nunca vi a Papá Noel, pero todo el tiempo nos visita el ángel de la muerte.
But do Santa's discriminations make his delivery schedule more scientifically feasible in a logistical sense?
Now, let's just say that officially Santa has to visit around 500 million children across 140 million separate homes. Now, suppose each of the 500 million kids gets just 1 kilogram of presents. So the sleigh is carrying around 500,000 tons of presents.
And that's not to mention the weight of Santa Claus himself, who consumes over 140 million cookies in a single night.
If you eat that much sugar, you're really setting yourself up for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, kidney disease, liver disease, Alzheimer's, and cancer.
But cancer, it seems, is the least of Santa's worries.
Now, 500,000 tonnes, travelling at about 1,000 kilometres per second, is going to create enormous wind resistance. Think of a spacecraft re-entering the Earth's atmosphere at about 5 to 7 kilometres per second, but much, much bigger and much, much faster.
If someone's travelling 30,000 times the speed of sound through my area of jurisdiction, my three-dimensional world, I'm fucked.
Each second, the lead pair of reindeer would have to dissipate about 15 quintillion joules of energy. This enormous amount of power would make the lead reindeer burst into flames immediately, as well as vaporise the entire reindeer team within a few thousand or millionths of a second. So our jolly 100-kilogram Santa would be thrown forward with the equivalent weight of some 10 million tonnes. That would turn him into a thin red layer of protoplasm that would then be destroyed by the expanding shockwave. The sonic booms, they would deafen everyone within hundreds of kilometres. Enormous shockwaves would flatten every tree and every artificial structure. If Santa Claus ever existed on this planet, he is most certainly dead by now. 1,000,000 times over.
But from the ruins of our old belief structures springs new hope and a new question. Where to from here?
It can be daunting at first to lose a belief anchoring you, but then you move on. You set sail, as it were, and then one day you realise you were being tied down all along.
Just because magic isn't real doesn't mean that life can't be wondrous. Think of the miracle of a sand dune, or how erosion works.
You know what I want people to wake up to on Christmas morning? The truth.
Change starts with the man in the mirror.
Together, we can make a difference.
Together, we can make a difference.